So, there are a couple of things I'm going to talk about. But as the topic says here, Kovalev's going to be at his best to face Canelo. You're going to see the best Kovalev you ever seen against Canelo. Kovalev definitely is going to be up for that fight. For 100 million different reasons, he's going to be up for that fight. One of them is financially, being able to beat one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. Two, to beat arguably the cash cow of boxing, the face of boxing, is huge. So Kovalev is going to be completely up for this fight. The Kovalev that you saw against Anthony Yarde is not the Kovalev you're going to see against Canelo. He's going to be as sharp as a tack. He's going to box really brilliantly. Expect that from Kovalev. People are banking on Kovalev's age, and that he's in the downswing. I don't see it. I think he's been exposed. His weakness has been shown. But other than that, it's Kovalev. Kovalev's Kovalev. All right? So I think that a lot of people are banking on a lot of things that are not there. All right? Kovalev is not on the downswing. People saying Kovalev's on the downswing. He's not on the downswing. He's been found out. When a fighter's been found out, people can exploit his weakness. All right? That's why he looks vulnerable. Keith Thurman is not on the downswing. He's been found out. Okay? All right, so you're going to see the best Kovalev against Canelo. He's going to be motivated. He's going to be driven. He's going to really want that fight and he'll really want to win that fight because it has a lot of upside to it. Okay, it's a risk worth taking. Canelo's a smaller guy coming up in weight. Canelo has everything. If you beat Canelo, you win everything. You win the lottery. You become the cash cow. Your pound for pound rankings go way up in the sky. You become pound for pound number one just like that. It's a lot of upside to it. So obviously Kovalev's going to really train, and Buddy McGirt, they're really going to try and get a game plan to deal with Canelo. Now I listen to a lot of people talk, D Styles and Get This Smoke, and a number of other people are talking about how, if Kovalev lands on Canelo. Now, first of all, if you're an elite boxer, elite boxer, you're going to be catering for that. You're going to get hit in boxing. So you're going to cater for that. So you think that Canelo is not aware of Kovalev's power? You think that Canelo is not preparing for that? All right, let's put this in perspective for a minute. Everybody's talking about Kovalev and how experienced he is and how he's fought top-tier competition in his jab. And everybody seems to miss the point that Kovalev's not the only veteran there. The only difference is Kovalev's like 36, 37, and Canelo is like 29, 28, right? But you know who is more experienced than Kovalev? Canelo. Canelo became a world champion long before Kovalev became a world champion. In fact, the year that Kovalev became a world champion, I think he beat a guy called Nathan Cleverly for the WBO belt, Southpaw, was the year that Canelo unified the super welterweight division against Austin Trout, who had just beaten me with Cotto. All right, so let's just put it in perspective here. Austin Trout, of course, being a long reigning WBA champion. Canelo himself being a long reigning WBC champion. He was 2 years into the WBC belt when he faced Austin Trout, who was also 2 years into his WBA belt. Okay? So, just to put it in perspective, Kovalev ain't fighting no little upcoming Anthony Yarde here. He's fighting a veteran of the sport of boxing who just happens to be very young. Who has Kovalev learned with, what's the guy's name? It'll come to me. It'll come to me in time. But his former trainer taught him, the nuances of slick boxing that Kovalev uses today. All right? You guys know what trainer I'm talking about. All right? But CANELO began fighting boxing knowing these nuances. You guys talk about Kovalev's jab and how great his jab is. Canelo got a better jab than Kovalev. Not only does Canelo have a better jab than Kovalev and Gennady Golovkin, but whenever Canelo throws that jab, it lands. Whenever he throws a jab, he doesn't throw it very often because he uses other things besides his jab. But whenever Canelo throws his jab, it lands. So, see, I'll give y'all some factors that y'all haven't considered. Neither D Styles nor anybody else who's talking about Kovalev. The major points you guys have with Kovalev is power and size. That's your major argument. All right? Both of which are not going to be factors in this fight. They're not going to be factors. Sorry, just not going to be factors. How do we know this? Canelo went up to 168 and stopped a natural 168 pounder in Rocky Fielding. Okay? He stopped him. Guess what? 175 is only 7 pounds short. 7 pounds up from 168. Only 7 pounds up. And Canelo is a 175, 180 pounder. So you're telling me Canelo doesn't have to cut weight. Think about what I'm saying now. He don't have to cut weight, which means he's going to be stronger. 2, just because I need to say it, Canelo's obviously sparring heavyweights and cruiserweights to deal with Kovalev. That's how you prep as an elite fighter for another fighter who has power. This is why Gennady Golovkin's power never affected Canelo, because he was sparring light heavyweights in preparation for Gennady Golovkin. But see, you guys don't think about these things. So you're talking about if or when Kovalev lands a punch. It's not going to be a punch that Canelo never felt before. It's not going to be a punch that Canelo never felt before. Guess where Canelo learned this? From Floyd Money Mayweather. All right? We all know Canelo has a better defense than Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard gets hit way too fucking much. Canelo sits right in the pocket. You can't touch him. You can't touch the motherfucker. You can't touch him. Canelo is not Mikey Garcia, buddy. Mikey Garcia doesn't move his head. So we can't talk about Mikey Garcia. We're talking about Canelo. Mikey Garcia is, he all right, but he ain't a veteran in the sport like Canelo. 2011, Canelo had his first championship fight and won. Mikey Garcia wasn't even near a championship fight at that time. Okay? Learn your boxing. This man's more a veteran of boxing than fucking Sergey Kovalev. Learn your fucking boxing. You gonna tell me this man eyes Sergey Kovalev from afar, says, I want to fight that guy. You telling me he don't know what he's getting himself into? Please, Ninja, please. Please. You may have an issue with Canelo, but please don't let it cloud your judgment on boxing. I maintain my position. I will not change it. Canelo will stop Kovalev. He will stop him. I don't know why you guys can't see this, but he's going to stop Kovalev. You can't be adjusting your fucking trunks off of a body shot. Protect your damn body. God damn it. I ain't gonna say no more. I just gave Kovalev a tip. It may be too late for him, but hopefully he learns how to do that. That is a loaded tip. Very loaded tip. All right? Mexican fighters are known for fucking body punching. What the fuck? They known for body punching. Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, motherfucking El Finito Lopez. The guy that Canelo killed, what's his name? I forgot his name. Great world champion. Jose Luis Castillo. Today, Jose Carlos Ramirez. They're all known for fucking body punching. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez. They're known for body punching. That's what they do, ninjas. So you can't be soft to the body. You just can't be soft to the body. And y'all banking on Canelo not harming him to the body? What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, do you know boxing? So, Andre, do understand. Let's get this abundantly clear. Andre Ward is not a 175 pounder. He's a 168 pounder that went up to 175 pounds. Canelo showed he can handle himself at 168. In other words, if Canelo wants tomorrow to be a 168 pounder, he's that. I want you to understand what I'm saying, because I think a lot of you guys don't understand fucking boxing, or you're clouding your judgment because you hate a certain fighter. So, let's go through it slowly. Andre Ward, a 168 pounder. Sergey Kovalev, a lifelong 175 pounder. Ain't no fucking way in hell Andre Ward's supposed to be stopping Sergey Kovalev. No fucking way in hell. Because Andre Ward is not a power puncher. Okay? A Nubian who don't know shit about being a veteran of boxing. A Nubian. And Anthony Yarde has no fucking experience in boxing. None. None on the championship level, none on the elite level. Comes and fights a guy with so much fucking experience. Face guys like Bernard Hopkins. Face guys like Alida Alvarez. Face guys like, Andre Ward. Right? The best. And this motherfucker be almost stopping that motherfucker's ass in the 8th round, giving him all kinds of trouble from the 6th to the 7th to the 8th. We just criticized Tyson Fury. I just criticized Tyson Fury for letting a guy who has no fucking name bust his eye. A no-namer. A guy from out of nowhere comes and busts his eye. And he said he the greatest. He the lineal champion of the world, but you get your eye bust. And you getting out-jabbed. You getting out-jabbed by somebody we don't know. That shit never supposed to happen. If you elite. So I go in on Tyson Fury for that, but I'm gonna give Sergey Kovalev a pass on Anthony Yarde. If he's such a great jabber, why is it Anthony Yarde wasn't being affected by his jabs? If he was such a great, he did slap back Anthony Yarde's head about 3 times in the whole fucking fight. If he's such a great power puncher, why is Anthony Yarde not fazed by his right hand? Why was he taking it? Y'all said the same shit about Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo. When he feels Gennady Golovkin's power, blah, 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 blah. Made Gennady Golovkin look like an ass. And just kept on drumming his body. But Gennady Golovkin a little bit different. He tough as fuck. He's a tough motherfucker. All right? I'll give him that. He tough. He tough. He's a tough motherfucker. But don't get it twisted. Canelo drummed that body and bust up that face. he look a hell of a lot older at the end of the fight. And then in the second fight, Canelo walked his ass down. No catch weight, no rehydration clause, just straight beat down. He beat his ass up. You see, because you guys don't understand. This is boxing. This is not, I can punch through a wall and all that shit. It's boxing. For you, for Sergey Kovalev to land a powerful right on Canelo, all right? He caught Andre Ward. He caught Andre Ward with a powerful right because Andre Ward was trying to counterpunch him. He never caught Andre Ward after that. He never did. All right? He never put down Yelida Alvarez. And, okay, he stopped Anthony Yard because Anthony Yard was gas. But he wasn't doing nothing to Anthony Yard before that 8th round. All right? He wasn't doing shit then. Meaning, if you have good defense, motherfucker, that guy, all his power don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. And guess what? Canelo got defense. He got defense. And that's what you, and he's a fucking veteran of the sport. How can you disrespect a veteran of the sport, man? He more a veteran of the sport than Sergey Kovalev, who appeared on the scene just yesterday. But you're going to insult? You're going to insult a guy who know boxing inside and out, been tested more than that motherfucker there. But you counting on his power? How many motherfuckers had power against Canelo? How many killers Canelo went up against? How many times he got to show you what he really is? You counting, you banking on Sergey Kovalev landing a punch on Canelo? Really? Get the fuck out of here. If I pull up Canelo's resume and I pull up Sergey Kovalev's resume, he made Kovalev's resume look like shit. Make it look like shit. The kind of killers that Canelo faced. Not to mention he faced Floyd Mayweather. You know, he faced them. Dude. Y'all's not serious, man. Y'all not serious. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all got a Canelo issue or something. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all. But that is not a tougher fight than Demetrius Andrade fight. It's not. It's not. No way in fucking hell. You gotta have somebody that can't get fucking hit to give Canelo a problem. Somebody else who got defense. Why is it you guys can't understand this shit? Y'all always obsessed with power. Always obsessed with fucking power. How many times do a boxer had to show y'all that power don't mean shit? It don't mean shit. You got to land it. And he ain't landing shit on Canelo. He ain't landing shit on Canelo. I don't really know that. He proved it. Danny Jacobs, fucking switch hitter. Skilled. Using the jab in 4 different kinds of ways. Can't even touch Canelo. Can't even touch Canelo. Sitting right in the pocket. Can't touch him. But Kovalev will. He a better jabber than Danny Jacobs. Oh, he's a better jabber than Gennady Golovkin. All of a sudden, he become the greatest jabber of the world. He's the greatest jabber right now in history. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Seriously. Y'all stupid, man. This is a mirage. Oh, he going up 2 weight classes. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's going up 1 weight class. He been at 168. He's going up 1 weight class to face Sergey Kovalev. And the only reason he's doing that because Sergey Kovalev got a glass body. And he can get a drum on it. And he know he can get past Sergey Kovalev, get past the jab. And he preparing for Sergey Kovalev's power. Danny Jacobs hit Canelo flush. Well, not really flush, but because Canelo always ride a punch, but whatever. He hit him flush. And Canelo just stand, watch him in his face, and kept on drumming his body. Right? Gennady Golovkin hit Canelo flush, if y'all call that flush. He rides punches. The motherfucker rides punches. You will never get to hit Canelo flush because he rides a fucking punch. When you hit him, he turned his head. Take the steam off the fucking punch. What you gonna do? Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I mean, y'all gotta be. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. Like y'all don't even know boxing or something. This is not a fucking competitive fight. I've said it many times. Beeb understands. He knows it's not a competitive fight. Champ side knows this is not a competitive fight. There's certain things I can't believe y'all even going in there. Y'all going there with that shit. Like y'all actually believe in the fucking hype. And as I said before, you're going to see the best fucking Sergey Kovalev. Had nothing to do with age. He gonna be there. He gonna be on point. He gonna try and do everything he can. He gonna try and move to try and get Canelo to come to him. He gonna try everything. It's not gonna change the result. And Canelo's hoping he gets the best Sergey Kovalev, so it'll make it more convincing that, oh, this was a tough fight, and Canelo, triumphed, and this is legendary fight against two legends. It's bullshit. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. Y'all will give Canelo credit and talk about Mikey Garcia. You cannot compare fucking Mikey Garcia to Canelo, man. You cannot. You can't. Mikey Garcia is not the same as Canelo. You want to compare Canelo to somebody, compare him to Floyd. Compare him to James Toney. Compare him to Canelo Slick, man. You can't compare. Come on, man. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all stupid. This is not Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. This is not Errol Spence versus. And besides that, Errol Spence ain't soft to the body. Errol Spence ain't soft to the body. Come on, man. The fuck you talking about? Errol Spence ain't soft to the body. Y'all stupid, man. Get This Smoke says, I favor Canelo against Andre, not against Kovalev. Man, you stupid. You stupid as fuck. You gonna favor Canelo against a guy that got a glass body over a guy we don't know what his weakness is. And he got all-around game. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. Motherfucker could walk you down. Motherfucker could run circles around you. And plus, he southpaw. But you are going to have Kovalev over Demetrius. Get the fuck out of here. Man, some of you talk some shit. Y'all talk so much shit. Y'all talk so much shit. So Demetrius Andrade is a worse boxer than Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev suddenly became a better boxer than Demetrius Andrade. If you favor Canelo to beat Demetrius Andrade, then you better as sure as fuck have him beat Kovalev. What, you think size is this big factor in the whole fight? Get the fuck out of here. And Andrade is 6 feet tall, just like Kovalev. Kovalev 6 feet tall. And Danny Jacobs was 6 feet tall. I mean, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Danny Jacobs is a much more skilled fighter than Kovalev. And so is Demetrius Andrade. If you know fucking boxing. And so is Billy Joe Saunders. They may not have... Well, Danny Jacobs got the power. But Demetrius Andrade got some power, but he not really. And neither does Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders really ain't a power puncher, really. But skill-wise, defensive-wise, hell of a lot better boxers than Kovalev. Get the fuck out of here. Man, y'all really rating up this shit, man. You know what? I shouldn't even made a video on this. I shouldn't even bring attention to this. This is a shit fight. It's a shit fight. I keep on saying it over and over again. I hope Kovalev knocks out Canelo. It's such a shit fight. You know? Because the odds on that happening are so slim, though. You know, they're talking about if Kovalev hit Canelo, he gonna start a run. Dude, Canelo is training for that shit. Canelo is training for that shit. Hey, listen, man. Listen here. Man, you could tell some people who just don't box, man. It's so frustrating sometimes just to talk about this shit. All right, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. When I think about when I think about this, I'm gonna put this in perspective because I find that certain things really need it, and I don't want nobody giving nobody a pass because this is a lot of fucking passes going on out here in boxing with these fucking fans. All right. Still to this day, I'm hearing them praising Gennady Golovkin and talking about his style has completely changed with Jonathan Banks and all kind of bullshit with Gennady Golovkin. Because everybody, and I'm sure there are a few people who say Golovkin beat Canelo in the first fight. All right, fine. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it at all. But whatever. When Canelo knocks out Kovalev, and he will, when he knocks out Kovalev, I don't want none of you motherfuckers praising him. Not one of y'all. All right? I don't want none of y'all praising him because I told y'all from the beginning this is a shit fight. All right? He gonna still get the legacy of Kovalev. He gonna get the legacy of Kovalev. But for me, personally speaking, this was a go and get this guy, right? Go get this guy and exploit his ass, all right, and take him out of there, all right? Why I'm saying that is because Canelo was supposed to face any one of these guys. Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, or Jamal Charlo. Any one of these guys. That is his contemporaries. Those are the guys he came up with. Those are the guys, well, not Billy Joe Saunders, but Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo, they came up with him. They was in the weight class below with him. They became world champions after him, but he was still around when they became world champions, established themselves, and Canelo never, ever bat an eye with them. Canelo has been chasing guys with resumes and legacy. I get it. But there's a certain point in time where Kovalev would always be there. Okay, maybe not. Now I think about it. Best he take him now. Because we don't know how long he'd have been world champion. He might have got defeated. Canelo's like, hey, I want him first. Y'all can do whatever you want after that. So I get it. But what I'm saying is, though, that Canelo, should really have gone and handled his business at 160. Listen, I'm with your guys. I hope Kovalev knocks out Canelo. Just for the cherry pick. I hope so. It's a shot in the dark, but hey, maybe it could happen. Who knows? Right? Maybe. But as things stand, if you're talking fucking boxing, I mean, this fight is good for Canelo. And it's not because Kovalev is done. He's not done. He's just vulnerable as fuck. Like Keith Thurman. The difference between him and Keith Thurman is motherfucker look like he about to go. Kovalev head be going all the way back and the eyes roll up in his head and shit. He looked like he about to go. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Right? Now the thing about it is, neither Anthony Yarde nor Elida Alvarez are inside. They're not inside fighters. That's not their specialty. So Elida Alvarez, he was working the body, and that's how he got Kovalev out of there in the first fight. Anthony Yarde almost got him out the same way. He worked the body. And I'm hoping that Buddy McGirt would at least add one thing to Kovalev's game so he could protect his body a little bit better. Because that jab is not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. All right? And you can move all around the ring how much you want. Canelo will find you. And we learned that from Arislandi Lariat fight. All right, and Aristotle Lara, he moved nonstop in the fight. Canelo still got to his body. So that's not a good idea. You got to actually protect your body. And for that, you have to have a specific type of guard that is long. You have to protect your body and your face. And you better start practicing that thing like as of yesterday. All right? The problem with these guys is they don't protect their body properly. That's why they succumb to those shots. Same thing with Keith Thurman. He don't protect his body properly. Same thing with Rocky Fielding. It's not that these guys, those body shots wouldn't take out anybody. It's that they don't protect their bodies properly. Like Robert Guerrero protected his body pretty good, you know. So that's one of the things that they need to work on. Kovalev and Buddy McGirt needs to start working on that shit like as of yesterday. If he goes into the fight just having Kovalev crisp on the jab, you know, and feinting the jab and trying to throw the right and all that shit, it's not going to do shit. I'm telling you, it's not going to do shit to Canelo. And Canelo just use the high guard, block that shit, and then go and just walk him down on the inside and then just kill him to the body, okay? You know? He got really good head movement. Canelo got really good head movement, really good foot movement. His precise footwork. See, you don't have to have a whole set of fucking footwork. What you got to have is precise footwork, right? So it's these kinds of things that I try to explain to people, and like y'all always obsessed with fucking power, and I'm like, power? What power got to do with shit? But this is boxing. A man can't land his power punch on you without setting it up. And Canelo knows all the setups. He knows all the setups. He knows the drills. So you'll see your power punch coming from a mile away, and he'll know what to do with it. You know, Kovalev ain't sneaking no power punch on Canelo. It's not happening. And the problem with Kovalev is he needs such long range. Canelo gonna see that thing coming from 2 miles away. Okay, 2-3 miles away, and the dude done already lanky and long. So when he's trying to throw his power shot, guess what Canelo gonna be doing? Getting to the inside. Canelo gonna dope him into throwing his power shot, so he can get to the inside. I mean, he's a counterpuncher, for crying out loud. When have you last seen Canelo in deep trouble in any fight? The last time was with Jose Cotto. That's all the way back in 2005 or 6 or some shit like that. Early in his career. Since then, Canelo's never been in trouble with nothing. Because he's prepared. And he has faced a hell of a lot of power punches. Hell of a lot of power punches. And power punches both on the inside and the outside, and mid-range power punches. He's faced them all. So when you start to talk to me about Canelo facing, and this, he gonna feel power that he never felt before, and he gonna see a style that he never saw before. What the fuck are you talking about? This man has seen everything. He's 29 years of age, but he's a veteran of the fucking sport. And that's what y'all don't understand. None of that is processing in your head. You're so fucking stupid that you're thinking, oh, bigger weight class. Sugar Ray Leonard never faced that. Sugar Ray Leonard. Canelo's not Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard used to get hit all the time. He got dropped by Bruce something. I can't remember. At welterweight. Nobody dropped his ass. When has Canelo ever been dropped in boxing? Who has ever put Canelo down? Think about this shit before you talk. Y'all trying to promote a fight. That's what happened. Y'all trying to promote this fight. It's a shit fight. I keep on saying it over and over again. And if Canelo is in problems in this fight, then he a shit fighter. I'm a diss Canelo. Yeah. Kovalev do anything. I'm a diss his ass. Because he's the one that wanted this fight. Instead of facing Demetrius Andrade. Instead of facing Jamal Charlo. Instead of facing Billy Joe Saunders. Instead of facing Derevyanchenko. I'm going to diss him. You know, I would diss him. I'll say, oh, you went up 2 weight classes thinking you was going to cherry pick. And you got your ass beat. Good. Good. You should have faced, the guy you should have faced in front of you. Right in front of you to unify, and you wouldn't do that shit. Demetrius Andrade. It's right in front of your ass. But you decided you was going to do something totally different. You was going to go all the way up to 175 and get your ass beat. I would clown his ass. And I'm his fan. The reason, but then again, that's highly unlikely. But nonetheless, it's what it is. Right? It's what it is. He got his fight with Kovalev. I got Kovalev fighting him in November. It's what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, I feel it's such a whack-ass fight. That's a whack-ass fight, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see what we got here. GGG took years off of Canelo. Psst. He caught Ward several times. Several times? Man, shut the fuck up. He caught Ward once, and that was that. Alright? Never caught him with his right hand after that. Never hurt Ward after that. Canelo gasses a little. Canelo gasses against little old GGG. Man, get the fuck out of here. If he gassed against Triple G would have killed him. He didn't gas against Triple G. Fucking Anthony Yard, if he didn't gas, he'd have knocked Kovalev the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Our favorite Canelo, man, you talking some shit. Power is one thing. Size is another. Man, shut the fuck up. Did Mikey go up one weight or two? He just, man, shut the fuck up. GGG and Jacobs hit him flush. Man, shut the fuck up. Canelo can't get hit half as much as by Kovalev as he did by GGG. Man, shut the fuck up. Did someone just compare Mikey to Canelo? Yes, Dunshotter 24. Believe it or not, this asshole compared him to Canelo. Question mark. Kovalev isn't like anybody Canelo has faced. Man, shut the fuck up. Weight classes exist for a reason. Shut the fuck up. Before you get too frustrated, watch the different opinions and maybe shut the fuck up. We can't praise Canelo if he wins, but you can't. You're one that's saying it, so shut the fuck up. I'm tired of hearing stupid talk. I'm tired of it. You know, I've been telling you shut the fuck up straight through because it's like you are saying a bunch of shit. I just answered all of that shit. All right? I just answered all of that shit. Of course, Canelo has faced somebody like Kovalev. He faced several people with jabs before that are longer than him. Of course he has. Who have power. Of course he has. So you just going to turn a blind eye to the fact that he faced Triple G, Danny Jacobs, Aristotle. You're just going to turn a blind eye to that shit? Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. And they're superior fighters to Sergey Kovalev. And Triple G used to back Sergey Kovalev up in sparring. This motherfucker done already been soft to the body for a long time. Alright? So shut the fuck up with this shit. Just shut the fuck up. Because everything you coming with, I done already counted a long time ago. Not only counted, but showed you why this is a shit fight. Okay? Y'all thought the Rocky Fielding fight was a shit fight? The only difference is Kovalev got a name and he's faced some people. But he's been found out. And now he's going to be exploited. And then y'all going to say, oh, Kovalev was old. Get the fuck out of here. He's going to be the best Kovalev ever. He's going to be motivated. Y'all excuse going to be, it was old. You know, he was 37 years of age. Bullshit. Just like all y'all saying, old Triple G. Triple G ain't old. Triple G ain't got no wear and tear on him. It's bullshit. That's why I said shut the fuck up. It's bullshit. Triple G slowing down, Triple G. But yet Canelo got a knee brace. Oh, Canelo got problems. He's 29 years of age, motherfucker. What you say, Canelo getting old too? That was your argument. If he getting old, and Triple G's getting old, and Sergey Kovalev's getting old, what the fuck is the problem? Man, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of the bullshit. Y'all always coming with some fucking excuse. All kinds of fucking excuses. You know, but you don't talk boxing. You talk strongman sport. Oh, you know, Kovalev got power. Well, you know what's the solution to the power? Train for it. That's the solution to the power. That's how Floyd beat people. Yes, darkness has fallen. We all know this, except for Get This Smoke and a couple other people. He gonna stop. We all know he gonna stop Kovalev to the body. This is a shit fight. I keep on saying it over and over. It's a shit fight. If a Nubian like Anthony Yard almost stopped Kovalev to the body, what do you think Canelo gonna do? Who's a veteran of the sport, who been more veteran of the sport than fucking Sergey Kovalev? He been around longer than Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev wasn't even thinking about going to the pros, and Canelo was a pro with 30-something fights already. But this motherfucker, Canelo, he gonna get stopped by Sergey Kovalev. Oh, when he feels Sergey Kovalev power. Wishful thinking. Oh, Canelo gasses, you know. He gasses, you know. And Kovalev don't. You know what I'm saying? like y'all just like completely forgetting what happens with Kovalev. Y'all forget Canelo is more experienced than Kovalev in boxing. 1, in the pros, that is. 2, Canelo don't just depend on his fucking power. He actually has defense. He actually can box. Oh, Kovalev been outboxing everybody. He been outboxing Anthony Yard. Well, if you want to believe that shit, he outboxed. I guess he outboxed Andre Ward too. That's why you give him the first fight, right? He dropped him and he outboxed him, right? Don't know how Andre Ward knocked him out. Oh yeah, it was low blows by Andre Ward, right? Now it's a different story if Canelo got to face Andre Ward. It's a totally different story if he had to face Ward. I got Ward all day, every single day of the week. Canelo gonna get his ass whooped. Okay? It's a totally different story if he has to face Bivol, Gavordik, or Bidibiev. Totally different story. I'm totally for those fights. They're competitive fights. And if Canelo actually beats one of them guys, he got my utmost respect. Utmost. But this dude be falling all over himself when Anthony Howard be banging that body from the round 6 to round 8. Be adjusting his trunks and all kinds of shit. Can't even mask that he got hurt to the body. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Whereas Canelo is dedicated to the sport of boxing, this motherfucker was not dedicated to the sport of boxing. He did not treat his body well. And there's nothing he can do now to fix that. I keep on telling you guys what it is. I've told you guys it's straight. I tell you guys straight. There's certain fights that I know I ain't getting wrong. This is one of them. Right? And as I said before, Kovalev's going to be in the best. You're going to see the best Sergey Kovalev you ever saw on fight night. And it ain't going to stop the outcome. The outcome is going to be the same. The outcome is going to be the same. Stoppage to the body. Or up top to the head. But he's getting stopped. And it's going to be brutal. It's going to be fucking brutal. Because Kovalev got heart. He got heart. I got to give the guy props. He weak to the body, but he got heart. So it's going to be brutal. It's going to go on for a little while. Because Canelo, like you said, is not a 175-pounder. He a 168 at best. So he going to pound that fucking body until that motherfucker going to give in. They're going to have to stop that fucking fight. Because Kovalev, the one thing I know about him is he got heart. He got guts. But he gonna drop. That body punching gonna destroy him. It's just what it is. Okay? And y'all gonna praise Canelo after that. And I'm saying, why you gonna fucking praise Canelo? Why you gonna praise Canelo? For what? For what? I've been telling y'all what's gonna happen, and it happened. So what? What's the big deal? Y'all gonna praise Canelo anyway. Shit fight. You know the guy got a known vulnerability. You gonna go at him? Man, come on, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's boxing for you. Shit fights. But Kovalev gonna come. He gonna come. He gonna bring the best game he could possibly bring. You know, Buddy McGirt, they're gonna try and devise the best possible strategy. You know, like how Gaddy tried to. I think it was intangible boxing saying, you know, how Arturo Gaddy tried to face Floyd Mayweather. You know, Buddy McGirt had to get him ready. It ain't gonna be as well. He got hard. They're gonna have to stop that fight. He got hard, and he gonna have a will to win. It's gonna be nasty though. It's gonna be ugly. This shit gonna be ugly. I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev's alcohol problems gonna have him like Gaddy. Man, boy, this is gonna be a nasty fight, boy. This is gonna be an ugly fight. It's gonna be a bloody ugly fight. It's gonna be nasty. Cause Canelo, he know he's small, so he could really be ripping them shots. He not gonna have no mercy. You know, and the accumulation of punishment is what's gonna take out Kovalev. Yeah. You know, actually now I think Wilder might stop Fury. Now that I saw that fight with Otto Wallen, Wilder might stop his ass this time around. I got Wilder winning that fight now. It's starting to formulate in my mind because the way how Fury got hit with that left hook up close with Otto Wallen. If Wilder know how to control his jab a little bit better, I mean Fury gonna be up for that second fight, but Wilder can beat Fury. He could actually catch him, and then the eye being so bad, if Wilder can jab him pretty good, he might bust that cut back open. After all is said and done, so you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. He didn't treat his body right. That's true. He a dog. He a dog, but he don't treat his body right. You're right. He a warrior though. I give him that. He and his brother, they're warriors, man. They can fight, but you're right. You're right. But Wilder need to go to the body. Yeah, he need to go to the body more. That's right. He headhunt too much. That's right. You see? That's the real talk right there. You know what I'm saying? He need to go to the body. That's the one thing Otto Wallen was doing. He was staying low and then going to the body. Yeah, he was staying under the jab and going to the body. And he was throwing a jab from low to high. Yeah. It was good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. I think that, and I'm going to say this. Andy Ruiz will give Tyson Fury all kinds of problems. All kind of fucking problems. Because that jab to the pit would suck all the energy out of him. And by maybe the 8th, 9th round, Ruiz would have his way with him. Unless Fury slide in and start a clinch, he could do that too. So, you know, I'm just watching how it could play out. That's all I'm saying. I'm just thinking about it. In many ways, a fight can play out. It's just that when you think about the level and the type of fighter that you're dealing with, you know, what they do best. Like Fury don't use no high guard. He mostly uses shoulder rolls and different looks, and he uses a lot of foot feints. He look awkward as fuck, but he feint you or he jab you with the feint and that kind of shit. I gotta eat some again. So, you know, but you know, I just don't understand how people be hoping on a prayer for Canelo to like lose the fight. That's stupid. You can't be hoping and praying that this guy gonna lose a fight. That's what basically it come down to. People were saying, you know, this veteran of the sport, 29-year-old veteran, he's a veteran. He gonna lose to another veteran because the other veteran's bigger. And they're using the Mikey Garcia scenario. But Mikey Garcia don't know how to get to the inside. You know what I mean? of jabbers. When he fought Robert Easter Jr. fight like a small guy. He don't really use the jab. You know? But when you look at so that gave him false confidence, I think, especially after the Adrian Broner fight. But they knew what to do with Adrian Broner from Marcus McDonald. But with Robert Easter fights like a small guy. And even after Mikey dropped Robert Easter, the fight was pretty competitive after that. You know? So, Errol does something that's very rare in boxing. There are very few fighters that can do what Errol does. Errol has beautiful pivot work. Remarkable pivot work. And incredible agility. And very few boxers in the sport of boxing have that skill. Gervonta Davis has it. Devin Haney. Who else has that? Is Shakur Stevenson? Not really. Not really. He was a different technique. Andre Ward don't have it either. I like that. They literally can go, they can pivot from one side of your body to the next side of your body in one move. They can do a 180-degree pivot and still not get hit. That's the kind of pivot work these guys can do. Kell Brook has something like that. Not quite, but he has something like that. And they cut angles. They cut T angles like nobody's business. They can slide in off. They can slide in on your body and catch you with a hook. That stuff is old school. You know, guys like Whitaker. Thinking of some other fighters. There are a number of other fighters that could have done that. You know, Roy Jones Jr. That dude could do it. Brilliant. James Toney do the inside pivots. He do the inside pivots. Beautiful to watch. So his pivots are tighter. They're tighter pivots. You know? Incredible. Errol Spence can do that. Kovalev can't. So that's one of the advantages Errol has over a number of other fighters. What's that? Marcelos Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Marcelos? Is that Deontay? Yeah, man, it's next. I don't know, man. I don't know. Wilder might get him out of there the second time around. That's a good fight. Errol and Canelo. I think Canelo's too big for Errol, though. At this point, I don't know. Remember, Canelo and Errol do like the same things. Like Mikey and Errol, they do the same things. Canelo and Errol do the same things. They in-fight. They mid-range fight. Errol can fight a little bit on the outside. You know? When you got two fighters that can do the same things, right? It depends on who can do it better. It's not about size. It's still about who can do it better. That's where size comes into play sometimes. Canelo and Floyd, they basically could do more or less the same things, but Floyd could do it better. So the smaller Floyd was able to beat the bigger Canelo. It's about who can do what better. You understand? It's not just about size. Because they always say the little guy, a good big guy can beat a good little guy. Not necessarily. It depends on if all things are equal. And it still depends on who's more skilled than who. And how you use your skills. That's your ring smarts, your ring IQ. That's how Bernard Hopkins was able to beat Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver's a hell of a defensive fighter. Hopkins is a hell of a defensive fighter too. Hopkins had the inside game. He beat Tarver. Okay? So it's not just about size. Size comes into play when you got like almost a balance in skill set. More or less, both fighters have like around about the same skill set. Or one fighter is more vulnerable to a certain style than another fighter. Then the bigger fighter might beat the little fighter, because that little fighter might be vulnerable to a particular style. So when Marcus Maidana, for instance, faced Floyd, and he was 19 pounds heavier than him, he was able to impose his size on Floyd, at least in the early part of the fight. As he started to get tired, Floyd started imposing his will on him with his skill. You understand? But if you got two fighters with around about the same skill set, they do round about the same things, the bigger fighter, if they're about the same in skill set, not one guy's better than the other, the bigger fighter would obviously win, generally speaking. Right? That's how that goes. Otherwise, Marcus Maidana should have beat Floyd Mayweather. Right? Antonio Tarver, a light heavyweight, should have beaten Bernard Hopkins. Ruiz should have beaten Roy Jones Jr. Right? It didn't happen that way. Skills pay the bills. Boxing. Not size difference. If you have a style that's bullying fighters, you're a fighter who bullies fighters, then size will matter. You meet a guy that's much significantly bigger than you and can handle your bullying tactics, obviously size matters there, and he can beat you. So it depends on your style of fighting. You know what I mean? Alright, Punch for Punch says your premise is off. Even if Kovalev is up for the fight, he's still damaged from the yard fight. His punch resistance may never be the same after that war, let alone 10 weeks later. No, man. He got a little bit of rest, he recouped. Actually, he may build up more muscle in that area because it got damaged. Once he exercises properly, he actually get tougher in that area. The irony of the situation, actually. Have you ever exercised in your life? If you exercise in your life, you're breaking down tissue. Once you get good enough rest and oxygen, you actually build back tissue that's stronger. Bone, muscle, etc. Unless you have a severe bad damage to it. Boxers go through that all the time. It's not that Kovalev is weak to the body. He don't protect his body properly. That's the secret. He's supposed to bring back his guard after throwing certain punches, and you don't do it. Rocky feels the same thing. So what happens is he get caught to the body, sometimes throwing a shot or otherwise, and you feel it like fuck. And because of his bad practices of drinking and shit, probably used to depend on something, I don't know what it was, to get back into shape. And because he's out of shape, probably when he's not in between fights, he's out of shape. Fuck himself up. And then he's a big boy. Imagine being this big, huge guy. You gotta come down and make fucking weight and balloon back up. All of that hurts him. He should have probably fought at cruiserweight. Then you know his ass gonna get beat up like bad at cruiserweight because the big boy's there. So he kind of caught in the cardinal as being in light heavyweight, but he's too big for light heavyweight, I think. I think that's his problem. So he's generally going into fights weight trained. Yeah, I know you guys don't think about this shit. It's boxing. You gotta know boxing. If Errol and Canelo face off, how does that go? Yeah, so as I was saying, I think Canelo beats Errol on that one because, again, style-wise, they both do more or less the same things. Canelo and Errol, they do more or less the same things. So, Errol be a little bit, he trained for it, I guess. I mean, it could be a competitive fight where Errol sort of boxes Canelo from the outside, at least in the earlier rounds, and then later on he starts to fight him on the inside when he's comfortable. Could do something like that. Because Errol can do that. I mean, if I think about it, there's a possibility Errol could beat Canelo. It's not out of the it's not out of the possibility. He had to outbox him though, somehow, some way. That's what you guys saying. You guys having a conversation? I mean, at that age, only 18 months after being killed by Alvarez, in an 11-round war with a puncher, Kovalev may never be that good again, let alone... Man, stop making fucking excuses for the guy. You preparing a dissertation for when Canelo whip his ass. An intangible boxing. If Errol shows an ATG chin at 160 and can outwork, it don't have nothing to do with his chin, man. And I outwork Canelo in a war, he can win 7-5, otherwise Canelo would piece him up. Even Mikey hurt Errol a little early. Spence has some flaws. Look, man, the thing about it is, alright? He don't need to have an ATG, well, he probably has an ATG chin anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But, Errol's tough. He got to fill out more. But my problem is not that you don't have a chin and all that. He do the same shit that Canelo do. Go to the body. Who gives a fuck about the chin? It's the body work I'm worried about. Errol protects his body pretty good though. So does Canelo. We don't care about the chin. He could, for all I care, he could have a rock hard chin. The question is, does he have rock hard abs? Because that's where Canelo's going. And that's where he's going. That's where they both go. Canelo has that guard, that roving guard. There's a roving guard. He does like this, mount. Roving guard. Be catching and blocking them shots, taking off the steam off of them, while you wasting most of the fucking energy throwing punches. Then he counter your ass, and you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine Lil Arrow trying to tee off on Canelo. Canelo just catching and blocking all them shots. You saw Mikey do it. And then Canelo says, my turn. That's my problem. Arrow's budging punching can affect Canelo. Canelo's conditioning is The problem it is, he ain't gonna get no fucking free shots. Did you hear what I just said? He couldn't get free shots on Mikey Garcia. He gonna get free shots on Canelo. Like, y'all not listening, man. In terms of boxing, y'all doing like these guys just gonna put their body, hey, hit me in my liver. Hit me here. Canelo's a strong man. He not no fucking strong man. He got defense. That's what you guys keep on forgetting. He's not a fucking punching bag. Have you guys been watching the fights? Arrow protects his body pretty good too. The only problem is, Canelo know how to get around your guard. Do you guys know what a fucking roving guard is? Ugh. It's so hard talking to people about boxing sometimes. It's just like frustrating for me because I'll be trying to tell you guys must be really think I just talk out of my ass, right? Spencer's a southpaw, got reach, got better stamina. These are his advantages. He got better stamina when he ain't getting hit. He don't get hit that much. So obviously he got better stamina. But if he's being hit, his stamina will go down. Punch for punch. But hey, man, who knows? Shot Alfredo Angulo, walked through Canelo and gave him a fight as it went on. Had Canelo tired? Liam Smith hurt Canelo with a check hook. Canelo like punch for punch, punch for pound. Spence and the rest of the North American stars in boxing get a little overrated. Offhand pick fights versus smaller guys, old guys, etc. Canelo seems to recover well and defend himself well. Look, man, what I'm saying is this, right? Of course, we're going to see Spence versus Sean Porter. That'll tell us a lot about Errol Spence. But he's going to be tested, for sure. But what I'm saying is, Errol Spence protects his body pretty good. Right? Y'all say he don't move his head, but he does block punches. So if there's a straight shot coming to him, he closes it up with a double guard. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, Errol Spence got a decent defense. He protects his body pretty well. And I like how he catches and shoots. So, not only is he defending, but he's also looking to make offense off of it. So, when you throw a punch, he'll catch the punch, but then he comes back. He comes back viciously to the body with his hooks, right? That's the same thing Canelo do. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the problem. Oh shit, I deleted it. I'm sorry, I didn't want to delete this message. Why the fuck did I do that? I accidentally hit that. Can I restore this message? Damn it. What? What the fuck? I want to undo this. Oh my god. That's why I hate phones. Spence and the rest of the come on, show me. Spence and the rest of the North American stars in boxing get a little overrated. Offhand pick fights versus smaller guys, older guys. But Canelo seems to recover well, defend himself well. What was this deleted message? Let me read it. When hurt, so that on top of the other things makes me say Canelo. I'm just saying Canelo is not as good as fighting slow old GGG makes him look. He ducked the Prime GGG article for a reason. He didn't duck Prime GGG, man. He wanted to face Triple G. You know, that's what I say. You guys make so much fucking excuses. You're saying that GGG lost his prime between the Jacobs fight and the Canelo fight. How the fuck that could be? You see, that's the stupid. This is stupidity of your conversation, man. Triple G always been Triple G. He's still Triple G. He need to go get a defensive coach in Jonathan Banks, and he fired Abel Sanchez because he was getting hit too much. All right. Before that, he didn't have to worry about getting hit too much. He was just depending on his power and walking people down. Right? Until Kell Brook. Kell Brook started tattooing him. Then after Kell Brook tattooed him, Danny Jacobs tattooed up his ass. And after Danny Jacobs tattooed up his ass, Canelo tattooed up his ass. In 2 fights. Right? And y'all was saying, oh, Triple G won the first fight. All right, then. He won the first fight, but he got tattooed up. Now y'all talking about he old. No, he look old. He look old and slow as fuck against Canelo and Danny Jacobs. Because guess what? They elite fighters. And they fast as fuck. Right? So, he's not old. Alright? Triple G's not old at all. He been found out. He been exposed. Y'all was talking about, Triple G, I got the greatest defense in the world. Oh, like Floyd Mayweather. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He don't even have good defense like Jarrett Hurd. And I remember talking, this motherfucker, what's his name? The Black Jedi or something like that. The Black Boxing Jedi. He and I argued about it. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck no. I started blasting his ass. Because he's saying Jarrett Hurd has worse defense than Triple G. And I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? Will Jarrett Hurd just give somebody his face to punch? Did you see Triple G in the first fucking fight in the 12th round? He stuck his head out and let Canelo just run a combination on his head. And he said, bring it. Jarrett Hurd would never do that shit. And Jarrett Hurd rolls and slips and slides around punches and shit. He get tagged, but he get tagged on the roll. So he ride the punch. Talking about Triple G catch punches. He catch it with his face. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. So that's why he's working with Jonathan Banks. And he changed up his style and everything. It's not no more Mexican style. Not after that second Canelo fight. Canelo said, all right, you want to do Mexican style? Let's do Mexican style, motherfucker. Ooh-wee. Couldn't come forward for nothing. Canelo kept on pushing. Canelo wasn't having it. He was going to walk his ass down the whole fight. They was like, oh, I was running the last fight? Okay, motherfucker. Come, let's go. He walked his ass down. 12 rounds. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I like to shove it in some people's faces because, y'all motherfuckers are full of shit. Y'all talk so much shit, it's not funny. And when you get exposed, then you start talking excuses because you can't admit that you're wrong. So you start making excuses. Oh, Triple G was old. He's old from the punches that Canelo hit him with. He grew old. Danny Jacobs slapped up his face, and Canelo finished the job. He looked old as fuck. He looked slow as fuck. I remember Canelo made him look like an ass in the first fight. He wasn't hitting the air. Then y'all had the audacity to say that Adelaide Bird, her scorecard was so crazy. I'll be like, nope. Canelo be looking like Floyd in there. Triple G be throwing. He throwing combinations. That's confused as fuck. Only hitting air, man. Canelo just moving out the way and then bopping him. Bop. Bop, bop. Body shot. Take an uppercut for that. Whoop. I loved it, man. I loved it. Canelo made him look like an ass. Oh, man, it was great. That's boxing at its best. Woo! In the second fight, he walked his ass down. Come on, man. Y'all have to be stupid not to understand what Canelo did to him. Y'all need a third fight. Oh, we need a third fight. Canelo's like, fuck no. I ain't getting that motherfucker any more money. I love it. And they're like, Canelo's afraid to fight Triple G again. But you just said he was old. He fought him twice. What more do you need? Oh man, it's so funny. Y'all still hoping on a prayer that Triple G would knock out Canelo. Get the fuck out of here. Oh man, man, I'm laughing today. I'm laughing at y'all assholes. Y'all need to know boxing, man. Y'all need to know boxing. Intangible Boxing says Canelo didn't avoid Triple G. They marinated the fight and it worked. Had they made the fight in 2016, they received half of what they had in 2017. Yeah, and then they would have said Canelo using steroids or some shit like they saying now. Because Canelo would have boxed him the same way. He'd have boxed him the same way. You know what I'm saying? Make him look like a clown. Canelo know what he doing, man. Y'all is tripping, man. Triple G's not even a veteran of the sport like Canelo is. Canelo have a hell of a lot more experience than Triple G. Fought a hell of a lot better fighters than Triple G. In fact, aside from Manny Pacquiao, Canelo got the best resume in boxing. I just don't get it, man. Up to this day, I just don't get it. You know, the motherfucker has proven himself to you guys, and you guys still turning around questioning this motherfucker. Oh, this guy could beat him. This guy, it sounds just like a Floyd Mayweather syndrome all over again. Oh, this guy gonna knock him out. Y'all hoping and praying. And I'm just laughing. To me, it's funny. And I'm saying the real competition this motherfucker should be facing is Demetrius Andrade, right? His contemporaries. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to get him beat. He probably would beat them. But my point is, he should be facing his contemporaries. That's what he should be facing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He's going after legacy. The dude beat Bernard Hopkins, so he want to beat him. He also probably want to get it back for Bernard. He'd be like, you motherfucker, I'm going to get you back. I don't know what it is. But he probably see that Kovalev is like, oh shit, they found out Kovalev. Before somebody beat Kovalev's ass, let me get it. It could be all of that. You know what I'm saying? It could be all of that. I don't know what it is. I know Anthony Yard did not want to give up his mandatory for that reason. Anthony Yard was like, nah, man. I want to get this guy first. I ain't paid. Y'all can keep your money. And he almost pulled it off, but he never fought 12 rounders, man. He didn't know. And his trainer said, empty the tank. Yeah, I know. It's the worst possible advice you could ever get. But he told him to go for broke. He said, man, he's tiring, man. Go for broke. So, dude, sold out, man. He did what his trainer told him to do. Yeah, it's good. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm talking about. You know, let's see what's happening here. Oh, so fucking funny. He dropped the WBC belt. Punch for Pound says he dropped the WBC belt. GGG would be making twice as much money now if he dominated Canelo, which was only possible during his physical prime. What the fuck are you saying? You do know that Canelo fought him the very next year, right? I guess he came out. This just sounds so fucking funny. I guess his physical prime just suddenly abruptly stopped after the Danny Jacobs fight. Oh my God. Man, y'all talk too much nonsense, man. Oh my God. I guess he was in his physical prime until he was tested by A-level fighters. It's just too funny, man. It's too funny. Oh my God. Y'all talk so much shit to try and defend a fighter. Just because a fighter lost a fight doesn't mean he's not in his physical prime. Oh my God. Oh. Punch for punch. Are you saying GGG was in on it? Yeah, I'm cool with less chance to win. Let's wait 2 more years as long as I get paid more that night. Absolutely. Boxing, what's your source that GGG was in on it? Because probably, oh my God, y'all talking some kind of shit right now that just don't make no sense. It's the same thing when people say Manny offered Floyd this much in 2011. Floyd turned it down. When Manny received like 100 million, Manny couldn't offer Floyd shit because Floyd was the A side. Intangible boxing. When they fought in 2015, what about that? Which would you prefer? Manny getting flatlined by Floyd and then he didn't really have no reputation. He'd be just like another one of them toasters out there. Or Manny Pacquiao fighting Floyd in 2015, and guess what? He got an excuse. My arm. My arm just wasn't good. At least he can get to say that. He didn't get knocked the fuck out. Because they would have said Floyd was on roids. Marquez was on roids, obviously. You know these motherfuckers ain't never gonna take it that Floyd beat. Anyway, punch per pound. Boxing, obviously, the longer you wait, the more money you get on the night. Not necessarily. That's not true. You could get dusted, but you're wasting all the years until then. You're wasting your money after you can't win because you're too old. Look, man, truth be told, Gennady Golovkin ain't got no real wear and tear on him. That's why he facing right now Derevyanchenko. But the truth be told, that you motherfuckers want to duck around, is he started facing A level of competition. His first A level of competition was Danny Jacobs. Alright? It didn't matter if he fucking fought him 15 years before. Danny Jacobs was always going to give him problems. Because he A level. Alright? Stop with the bullshit. Anyway, you get my point, unless you have inside info. Man, Jarrett Hurd has abysmal defense. Get the fuck out of here. Jarrett Hurd has good defense. Before Jarrett Hurd used to roll both ways and walk down fighters, he actually used to use the shell defense. You can watch his early fights against guys like when he wasn't dyeing his hair and cane rolling it and all that shit. He adapted this new style, which y'all don't seem to appreciate, with his trainer, where he rolled both ways, but he walk you down. And he also shipped, like Gennady Golovkin shifts, but he adds extra stuff to it, virtual distance. So he'd inch in on you, but his upper body would be far away from you and all that shit. He do a lot of shit. But what J-Rock was able to do was to start to move around him. He would pivot around him. That's how he got him. And J-Rock really trained for that fucking fight. Build up a lot of strength. See, y'all don't really know boxing. If y'all knew boxing, you would know Jarrett Hurd don't give nobody his face to punch. Get the fuck out of here. Jarrett Hurd's defense is what you get when you handcuff behind your back. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Please, don't study what Jarrett Hurd does, because obviously you don't know what he does. Chin wide open, man. Just shut the fuck up, because you obviously don't know what Jarrett Hurd does. He actually rides and rolls punches quite well. The only reason why J-Rock got him was because J-Rock pivoted around him and caught him with that left hook. Pivoted around him, which most fighters don't do. Erislandy Lara couldn't pivot around him. All right? J-Rock was the one that did it. He understood what he had to do. His trainer, Edwards. Edwards is a good trainer, man. And they knew what they had to do with Jarrett Hurd to get around him. All right? J-Rock's a good fighter, especially on the inside. Unfortunately, he couldn't get past Jamal Charlo's jab the first time he faced. I guess he had some experience now. I think he'd be able to get past the jab better, which we might see. We might see him face Jamal Charlo sometime in the future. Jamal Charlo is a very athletic fighter as well. So even if you get past his jab, he still is able to sort of bang you on the inside, because he gets in the fight a little bit. So with the Bryan Adams fight, he was kind of struggling with Bryan Adams, because Bryan Adams was also getting past his jab and getting to the inside. He would locking him up on the inside, sometimes he'd fight him on the inside, and then push him back out on the outside with his jab. So it's very interesting how he, even though he mostly uses his jab, he could use other things. He tried to fight off Brian Adams on the inside as well, which was very interesting. But his defense wasn't really the best. So once Brian Adams got on the inside, he had to smother him, or he had to lock him up, which is very interesting. Yeah. Jarrett Hurd wears you down and outlasts you. He was also substantially bigger than most of his opponents. He go to the body. He don't just wear you down. He go to the body. He's a body puncher. And he do it by shifting and rolling and bobbing and weaving and slipping and sliding. He do all of that. And he rolls both ways with both shoulders. And even when you tag him to the head, you're not really catching him as flush as you think. You think you're catching him flush. And that opens up opportunities for him to counterpunch you. But he invests heavily to the body. No, Hurd is not like Paul Williams. Paul Williams don't move his head. And Paul Williams take a whole set of punches. He don't move his head. He don't do shit. He does work the body though. Now Hurd rolls both ways, slides, he slips punches, bobs and weaves. Kind of what Anthony Yarde was doing. Yeah, he get caught with punches, but the punches that he gets caught with, he's either slipping back, snapping back. I want to demonstrate, because I need to demonstrate what the motherfucker be doing. Because y'all just don't understand fucking boxing, man. It's just sad. It really is sad. It's sad. You know? It's sad. You know? And y'all just down a fighter. Y'all don't even know what the fuck the fighter be doing. It's not just he's tough. And fuck Gennady Golovkin can't do what he do. We talking catch and shoot. Gennady Golovkin don't do that shit. When you on the offense, this is what Gennady Golovkin does. Hold on a second. If you firing off your shit, Gennady Golovkin is never gonna fire with you. Never. He just gonna lock up. He just used the high guard, lock up, and that's it. So you could throw off your punches. If you could throw 1,000,000 punches, you could get your shit off. Let's see, I'm gonna rotate it this way. This is Gennady Golovkin with your offense. You coming at Gennady Golovkin, this is what Gennady Golovkin do. And he protect everything. Right? That's it. Jarrett Hurd, on the other hand, will be here. I'm in the orthodox stance, right? And he'll do like this. And if you throw a jab at him, he'll do this. And then he do this. You see? You catch it here. Sometimes you catch him on the top of the head. Boom. And he'll do like this. And then as he's shifting, he may throw a jab. Okay? Okay, so he in and out. He's coming at you. He's going away from you. Out of you, out and away from you. You bump him with the shoulder, up here. Ha! To the body. Like I said, I don't know if that looks sideways or what. Like I said, it's a much better fighter than Gennady Golovkin, defensively. All right? It's just what it is. Okay? So, when y'all talk about Jarrett Hurd, like punk-ass fucking fanboys, and you're talking all kinds of shit, I just listen. Okay? Paul Williams don't do that shit. Paul Williams walk to you. I'm going to do it sideways. Paul Williams keep the high guard. He walk to you. That's what he's doing. Every now and then, he shifts here. And he throw 1,000,000 punches. Boop, boop. His thing is throwing punches. Volume. So you come in. Boop, boop. To the body. Right? I have to squat because this fucking phone is too low. So I have to squat to show you it. Sometimes he throw the jab, whop, hop. Okay, he throw the jab here, whoop, and then he throw a combination, whoop, 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 boom. He throw his combination, just walk straight at you. There's nothing else to Paul Williams. He just walks straight at you. He don't do no angles, none of that shit. He just walk at you. Antonio Margarito, same thing. They just have their jab. They get on the inside, they bump you, and then they start working. Jarrett Hurd doesn't do that. So he's not like Margarito. He's not like Paul Williams. All right? Diego Corrales is not like Paul Williams and Margarito in that respect. He's again, he got a lot more defense. But he does come off the jab. All right? And he does have short chopping shots on the inside. But Diego Corrales would hit you with combinations, and then defense, he'd pivot around you, but he walked to you still. Different styles. Again, it's boxing. I don't know how else to talk to you guys. That's the language I know. I don't know about y'all. Y'all probably have different languages, but me, I talk boxing. I don't talk shit. I don't bullshit people. Melo asks, who you have in that fight? Which fight is that again? Oh, which fight is that? Real Talk 97214. That was horrible. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Mello, who you have in that fight? Which fight? You gotta explain to me what fight you're talking about. Obviously, J-Rock beat Jarrett Hurd. He beat him. And Jarrett Hurd's a hell of a fighter. But I hear Jarrett Hurd, he's firing his trainer or some shit like that, and I think he's gonna probably move up in weight. He's definitely not gonna face J-Rock again. He does use the shoulder. And J-Rock uses his shoulder as well to pivot around Jarrett Hurd. Like I said, I study these guys. I watch them. I try to emulate them. And there's a lot more to boxing than meets the eye, brother. A lot more to boxing than meets the eye. When you're in the ring and the guy is actually facing you, it looks totally different to when you're watching it from above and to the side. Totally different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jarrett Hurd, sometimes he used the shoulder and he bump you. And he do all it. He catch, he parry, he slip, he slide, he does it all. But he gets tagged because if you trying to walk down somebody, you're going to always get hit. Always. Floyd used to get hit by Zab Judah. Walking down Zab Judah, you always get hit. Because the hardest thing to do is to walk to somebody and still mount your offense. Because you get into range with that person. You understand what I'm saying? But when you dealing with fighting where you're actually going to face an opponent where, I mean, Vasily Lomachenko, he kind of does it, but then again, he don't really walk down a fighter. He walk around a fighter. He will reset and then he will go around you. So he goes try to find weak side, make an entry point, and then exit. We're not talking about that. We're talking about walking down a fucking fighter. He always gonna get hit. That's what Jarrett Hurd was doing. That's Gennady Golovkin, same thing. You know, he was managed to get through with that better than most because he had power. You know what I'm saying? But once you walking down a fighter, you're gonna get hit. Gonna get hit. It's much more risky. That's why most Mexican fighters that are walking down fighters, they have the high guard. All right. So I explained to you guys what Jarrett Hurd does. You know, Like I said before, he bumps him with the shoulder as well. Jarrett Hurd bumps people with the shoulder. He does different sort of things. Alright? I ain't asking. I ain't asking you. That's what I'm telling you. So, Eric Morales versus Lomachenko at 126. Who I got? Which Eric Morales you talking about? The Eric Morales that faced Pacquiao the second time and the third? Or you talking about the Eric Morales that faced Pacquiao the first time? You gotta be clear on me. The Eric Morales that faced Pacquiao that was ballooned up after that to super lightweight. After he got his ass beat at lightweight. That Eric Morales would lose. He's not 126 pounder anymore. But the first time? I'm thinking. That's a good question. I'm thinking of the footwork. Eric Morales used to reach in. Lomachenko was very technical. He would chase Lomachenko. Would he go weak side? That's the question. Would he go against Lomachenko weak side? I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking what Eric Morales did to Pacquiao, what he did to Lomachenko, what he would do to Lomachenko. I think that I had to actually look at Eric Morales versus Pacquiao, the first fight. I'm going to tell you, because there's a couple of things he do that might have him open for Lomachenko. Lomachenko would realize he reaches in with his punches. Right? He reaches in with his punches. The other thing was Eric Morales fighting, I think he was fighting Pacquiao by going weak side, right? So he'd go to the right, his right, Pacquiao's left. So he might be able to kind of current off Lomachenko, but because he's reaching in, Lomachenko may have opportunities still to counter him. So it depends on what. Lomachenko is very precise and well balanced. I know Eric Morales wouldn't give Lomachenko the room to just regroup. But yeah, Eric Morales don't really fight on the inside, really. More on the outside. But he could fight a little bit on the inside. Wait. This fight would be a what, though? Super featherweight? Be a super featherweight fight? I don't know, man. I'm thinking how it would play out. See, how I see it is this, right? There's many ways it could play out. But the thing I realize is that 126 featherweight, shit. That's a good weight for Lomachenko. I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna say I think yeah, but it's not about throwing a lot. It's about how you throw and where you throwing from and all that shit. I don't know. I mean, Lomachenko looked like he could take that one. I have to go back and look at exactly where Eric Morales approached Pacquiao. If he approached Pacquiao from the weak side, he got a good chance against Lomachenko. But he keep on reaching in with his shots. He would throw the right or even throw the jab stepping in and reaching in. And if you're reaching in with your shots, that's where Lomachenko could definitely counter your ass and get you in deep trouble. You got to have the same balance like Lomachenko. So even though he may have gone weak side on Pacquiao, he might still not have, he still might not have be able to really optimize on it. Yeah, sometimes. That's why I'm saying I want to see if he had lead foot dominance on Pacquiao, and if he did, that's one of the advantages he would have against Lomachenko. But he always reached in. Eric Morales had bad technique. He would throw the right and overreach. Okay, he's going for power. Same thing with the jab. He would step in with the jab. Sometimes you don't step in with a jab, and he would step in at sometimes the wrong time, which would lead to he nullify. If you step in with a jab, you nullify your range. You see what I'm saying? If you jab from where you are, right, and you tag the other guy, great. But if you're stepping in, then you just took away your advantage, and the other guy, all he has to do is either rock back or slip your jab, stay in position, rock back, snap back from your jab, or slip your jab, and then boom, tag your ass. See? So it depends on. I have to actually kind of just see, because Lomachenko will take advantage of anything you do, especially if you got range on him. Oh, you take advantage of that, because he'll be looking for ways to get inside. So even if he can't go weak side, if he finds that there's a part of you that's close enough to him for him to get to you, he'll get to you. That's what he did with Luke Campbell. Even though Luke Campbell was circling to the weak side of Lomachenko, not to the weak side of Lomachenko, was he? Not really, was he? Southpaw. Yeah. Just to his weak side, Lomachenko was able to catch him with certain shots because he wouldn't respect range. When you're circling, you got to respect range. So, that's how Lomachenko caught him with a nice liver shot and sent him going in the opposite direction. In which case, Lomachenko had a field day after that. Yeah, so I think I favor Lomachenko on that one. As strange as it sounds, you would think Eric Morales beat Pacquiao. I favor Pacquiao to beat Lomachenko, but Lomachenko, I favor him to beat Eric Morales. But styles make fights. I remember Eric Morales reach in too much. He always reaching. That would cause Peter Quillen to get knocked out by Danny Jacobs. He was reaching in on a shot he shouldn't have reached in on, and Danny Jacobs just pounced on that. So you have to throw your shots without reaching in. So yeah, that's my thought on it. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. Eric Morales versus Manny Pacquiao, and that was the thought that went through my head. I don't know. I have to actually look at it more. I have to look at, because see, I'd actually have to kind of play it out in my mind too. Like I would have to play out, or probably actually. Woo! Oh man. Oh, I'm lying on the ground now. That's terrible. I'd actually have to play it out in my mind, or I'd have to actually do it. Actually, I had to just spar and think about it, because I'm not like the other experienced professional boxers who could actually just assess a situation like that. Guys who actually have done it, they could see it go in 100 million different ways. There's a good guy to ask that question, Eric Bradley or Troy King or Precise Striking or On My Fight Camp or Barry Robinson or those kind of guys, because they really are into boxing like that, you know. But just thinking about Eric Morales' style, uh, it's a good style. I mean, it's a great style, but it has certain flaws to it that Lomachenko would literally see. The other thing Eric Morales did was he kind of telegraphed certain punches. He literally telegraphed certain punches, so you knew that that punch was coming. That was another problem. And I'm pretty sure Lomachenko would pick up on that at some point. Lomachenko ain't no chump. Like I said before, he's a good fighter. It's just if you know he's gonna go weak side on you, right? You know that's his bread and butter. If you take that away, now he has to go find something else to do. And if you take that away and then you add your game, if you're an inside fighter or you're an outside fighter, you make it a very competitive fight, and very soon you could get a win. Get a win on him. Like I said, I really did figure him out. And he does certain feints. He does certain things that tell you what he's going to do next. I didn't really talk about that, but he does certain things, certain foot feints and certain moves with his hands and that indicate what he's going to do next. So he kind of, everybody has a little body languages and little things they do that heads you up, you know. And he throws nice feints, by the way. He throws some nice feints. I like his feints. And you can bite on them very easily. Yeah. So that's all I got with that. But Kovalev gonna bring it, man. Kovalev is gonna bring it. You know. You know what I need to show you guys? Oh my God, my face looks fat when I'm on the ground. That's crazy. But I need to show you guys something. I wanted to show you guys wanted to show you guys something there. I got it. Great. It's really small though. Yeah, I wanted to show you something from the Ring Magazine's annual ratings. Back in 2013. Kind of small though. Yes. Hold up a little bit. There you go. It's good, right? Alright, so maybe you guys can see this, maybe you can't. So this is the light heavyweight division from 1 to 10. And this is in 2012, 2013. As you can see, Chad Dawson was a lineal champion. And then we had Bernard Hopkins, who was the #1 contender to the lineal championship. Boris Cloud was #2. #3 was Gabriel Campillo. Now, why did Gabriel Campillo be #3? Not quite sure. He had been a world champion for at least 2 fights before he lost. And Nathan Cleverly was the WBO light heavyweight champion at the time. He was #4. If you look in these top 10 rankings, nowhere you see Sergey Kovalev. This is 2012. At the end of 2012. So going into 2013, Sergey Kovalev beat Nathan Cleverly. He beat Nathan Cleverly, and that's how he started getting the top 10 rankings. But I'm going to show you guys something. So it's important. In the junior middleweight division, same year, the #1 junior middleweight was Floyd Mayweather, and the #2 was Saul Canelo Alvarez. #3 was Austin Trout. Austin Trout just beat Miguel Cotto, who was #4, defending his WBA title. Canelo was the WBC champion at that time. Alright. Below Miguel Cotto was Arislan Lara. Vanes Matarosian. Carlos Molina. He was the IBF champ. He had James Kirkland, Cornelius Bundridge, and you had some dude called Zurbek Basen Gurov. At the time, the Charlo brothers weren't in the top 10. And at the time, the Demetrius Andre wasn't anywhere around. My point being this. Canelo had been around before all them guys and was at the top of the game dominating for all these guys. I'm just saying. He was world champion before all of these guys. Right? So if you want to talk about a true veteran of the sport, you got to talk about Canelo. His contemporary was Austin Trout. Alright? I'm just saying. I wanted to show you guys. Sergey Kovalev, his name was kind of heard. There was a buzz on him and shit. They called him the Crusher at the time. But he wasn't world champion. And he wasn't a top 10 light heavyweight. He was on his way up. And in addition, guys like Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo and Jamel Charlo and Jarrett Hurd, J. Rock Williams, you know, all them kind of guys. There was nowhere on the scene. Billy Joe Saunders wasn't even on the scene. You know? I'm saying all of this just to let you guys know Canelo's been around for a good minute. You've seen it all. Faced Floyd Mayweather the following year. Faced Austin Trout the following year. Right? So let me just show you guys from the ring so you guys will appreciate this. So in 2013, to the end of 2013, we had a new light heavyweight champion, Adonis Stevenson, who had beaten Chad Dawson. He's the new lineal champion. Bernard Hopkins is now the #1 contender. Sergey Kovalev was #2. All right, beaten Nathan Cleverly, and he'd beaten a couple other guys, so he was now #2. Nathan Cleverly was #3. He had gotten beaten. #4 is Chad Dawson. #5 is Tavares Cloud. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but it'll be a little blurry. #6 was Beaver Chuvanov. #7 was Tony Bellew. #8 was Jürgen Brammer. #9 was Isaac Chilimba. And #10 was Jean Pascal. But even so, in the junior welterweight division, guess what? Floyd Mayweather was lineal champion. Canelo was #1 contender. #2 was Erislandy Lara. #3, Miguel Cotto. #4 was Carlos Molina, and then Austin Trout. Austin Trout had been beaten by Erislandy Lara after Canelo beat him. #6 appears Demetrius Andrade. 7 was Vanis Martirosyan, who was always there. #8 was Willie Nelson. 9, Isha Smith. And 10, Jamel Charlo. Charlo brothers suddenly appeared on the scene. So Jamel Charlo appeared on the scene. Demetrius Andrade appeared on the scene. Right. And at the light heavyweight division, Sergey Kovalev appeared on the scene. Why am I saying all of this? I want you guys to understand Canelo's been around longer than all of them other guys, including Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev's more of a contemporary, even though he doesn't fight in the same weight class as Jamel Charlo, sorry, and Demetrius Andrade. But Canelo chose to fight Kovalev for legacy, I guess, what he has done. All right. So I'm just saying that all these guys came around about the same time. Demetrius Andrade, Jamel Charlo, Sergey Kovalev, right? Even Triple G, I think. Now look at this. Triple G should now start to be entering the horizon of middleweight. Yep, Sergio Martinez. Triple G is the #1 guy in the middleweight division in 2013. Okay, in 2012. One second. Yeah, in 2012, he was on the scene. So Golovkin was actually on the scene for Kovalev and all these guys. So in 2012, Gennady Golovkin there is the third the third highest contender. And the man was Sergio Martinez. Daniel Gia was number 1. Felix Sturm was number 2. Gennady Golovkin was number 3. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was number 4. Richie Pira was number 5. Yeah. Let me show you how far back that goes. I think Canelo won his world title in 2011. We'll go back to 2010 just for the sake of it. So, let me show you what the landscape looked like in 2010. The landscape looked like this in 2010. At light heavyweight division, the champion was Jean Pascal. Come on, man, fucking camera. Zoom in properly. What the fuck is wrong with this camera? Anyways, in 2010, this fucking camera, man. I'm just gonna call it, right? So Jean Pascal was a lineal champion. Bernard Hopkins was number 1 again in 2010. Tavares Cloud was number 2. Jad Dawson was number 3. Glenn Johnson was number 4. Nathan Cleverly was number 5. Adrian Diaconu was number 6. Kairat Murat was number 7. Bebert Chubanov was number 8. Chris Henry was number 9. And Gabriel Campillo was number 10. In other words, no Sergey Kovalev. In the middleweight division, this was what was going on. Sergio Gabriel Martinez was the lineal champion. Felix Sturm was number 1. Kelly Pavlik was number 2. Sebastian Sylvester was number 3. Paul Williams was number 4. Daniel Gill was number 5. Matthew Macklin was number 6. Sebastian Zabik was number 7. Dimitri Pirog was number 8. David Lopez was number 9. And Hassan Endam was number 10. There was no Gennady Golovkin. In the junior middleweight division, very important, Clement Cintron was number 1. Alfredo Angulo was number 2. Biga Cota was number 3. Ryan Rose was number 4. Sir Chu Power was number 5. Yuri Foreman was number 6. Finance Matarosian, who has been around forever, was number 7. Sir He Zirik was number 8. Cornelius Bunders was number 9. And Saul Canelo Alvarez was number 10. So while Alvarez was on the scene, there was no Sergey Kovalev, there was no Gennady Golovkin. None of them guys was in the top 10. You understand what I'm saying? Canelo been around forever. It was 2010. 2011, that's when Canelo won the WBC belt. Became a world champion. This is the shit that was going down. A light heavyweight, Bernard Hopkins was the champion. 2011. Jean Pascal was the number 1 contender. Tavares Cloud was number 2. Chad Dawson was number 3. Nathan Cleverly was number 4. Adrian Diaconu was number 5. Salt Erdi or something like that is number 6. Bebert Chubanov was number 7. Kairat Murat was number 8. Gabriel Campillo was number 9. And Ismail Silak was number 10. 2011, Gabriel Martinez was the lineal champion. Daniel Gill was number 1. Felix Sturm was number 2. Matthew Macklin was number 3. Gregor Proska was number 4. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was number 5. Sebastian Zabik was number 6. Dimitri Pirog was number 7. Hassan Endam was number 8. Martin Murray was number 9. And Gennady Golovkin in 2011 came on the scene. He was number 10. This was what was going on in the junior middleweight division. Biga Cota was number 1. Saul Canelo Alvarez was number 2. Finance Matarosian was number 3. Erislandy Lara was number 4. Carlos Molina was number 5. James Kirkland was number 6. Alfredo Angulo was number 7. Cornelius Bonner was number 8. Zerhi Zinziruk was number 9. And Delvin Rodriguez was number 10. So Canelo went from nothing, or number 10, to number 2 because he became world champion in 2011. My point being this. All these other guys came after Canelo. Get it? He had been plying the trade faithfully and hard for a very long time, man. Oh, for a very long time. Fatty McFly says Pac beat Floyd and he will beat Loma. Okay. Man, I need to go to sleep. It was nice talking to you guys, man. You guys smashed the like button and stuff. That was really good. I've been talking to you guys for 2 hours straight. 2 hours straight. Yeah. 2 hours straight, man. So let me go to my bed and sleep. All right. Peace to you guys. I'm gonna talk some more boxing. You know I like to talk boxing. Boxing. All day. The one thing I would say though is that Kovalev gonna look good on Canelo's resume, of course, but in addition to that, I don't know if Canelo's going to come back down to 160. Maybe after that Kovalev fight, he may go to 168. So, we'll see what happened after the Kovalev fight on November 2nd. That will tell us what Canelo will do next. Yeah. So I don't think he's going to face any more of those other 175 champions. Sadly. It is what it is. All right, guys, man. Have a great night. See you guys later. Bless.